The prayer will be offered by
Up that video right now to show witnesses told us that a person shot at this store over here, and actually one of the bullets went straight past a customer's head. Now I'm still working to find all the information out over here, but again, we heard reports of a person shot over here. I actually was just talking to people who say they're the victim's family. They were visibly very upset about all this, and they asked me to look more into situations with different stores here at the complex, because they told me that they believe the suspect got in a car towards the end of this complex and then took off. And so we are working to learn more. Actually, within the last few minutes, JSO just tweeted out more information that they were looking for an armed felony suspect. Now, they have not confirmed if that's related to this reported shooting over here. We are working to find more information and hopefully talking to JSO soon. As soon as I learn more, I'll update everybody both on air and online. Reporting live in Arlington, Elizabeth Pace, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Closing arguments could happen today in the case against former Guantanamo Bay Commander John Nettleton. He's accused of several charges, including making false statements during the investigation into the death of Christopher Tour, a civilian who worked at Gitmo. On Tuesday, Nettleton admitted his affair with Tour's wife.
And today, the focus of the testimony was about Nettleton's involvement in the search for Tour and what information he released. Action News Jax Bridget Matter is live downtown this noon. Bridget, prosecutors showed several emails between Nettleton and others involved in the search.
And Don, it got a little heated on the stand when John Nettleton was testifying today. He said his main focus at the time was finding Christopher Tour. He even said at one point he wants the jury to know he's not lying. Now, cameras, they're not allowed in federal court, but we do have courtroom sketches of John Nettleton testifying on the stand as he's being questioned. This morning, testimony focused on the search efforts for Tour while he was missing. Nettleton admitting to having a fight with Tour in Nettleton's home before Tour disappeared, but not telling the Navy about that during the search. Nettleton believed they would find Tour alive at the time. Tour was later found drowned off waters of Guantanamo Bay. Prosecutors asked Nettleton several times about not revealing he had an argument and physical fight with Tour before his disappearance. Nettleton said his main focus was finding Tour, who he believed was hiding out. Nettleton also explained Tour's wife revealed Tour had left and hid out before. Now, Tour, Nettleton, he's still on the stand, and he will be until we break. Again, they're expecting to go into closing arguments, closing statements sometime this afternoon, if not tomorrow. For now, we're live downtown. Bridget Matter, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Right now, students are back in class at the local elementary school where this military helicopter made an emergency landing overnight. See that red flashing light there? Overnight, neighbors tell Action News Jax' Beth Russo that they have concerns and questions about why the chopper was in Northeast Florida in the first place.
The Clay County Sheriff's Office says that this crew of soldiers were looking for a large open area to make this emergency landing, which is why they picked Middleburg Elementary School. If we walk right over here, you can see that there's some playground and sports equipment, but for the most part, it's empty. This is the Army helicopter James Howe says he heard loud and clear from his Middleburg home Tuesday night.
I heard a chopper going over, and it went around like about 10 times or more.
Another neighbor posted this video of the crew's emergency landing at Middleburg Elementary School. The Clay County Sheriff's Office says the Army chopper is based more than 150 miles away in Savannah, Georgia, but it was circling the area when it was forced to touch down here in Northeast Florida.
It never usually happens around here like that.
It's tough to see, but the red light is another helicopter that landed hours later to deliver a part to the downed crew. Both were gone within a couple of hours, leaving no damage to the school. Now the Department of Defense is investigating.
I'm just glad that nobody got hurt, and that everything worked out all right for him.
House says that this situation had some in the area scared. I'll tell you why he would like to see more information released sooner should something like this happen again on Action News Jax at 5. Reporting in Middleburg, Beth Russo, Action News Jax.
New this noon, new details. Action News Jax just learned the man crushed under a mobile home in Mandarin was a father of 3. Will Bailey's wife gave us this photo of her family. She tells Action News Jax that he also leaves behind a long list of friends. Beautiful family. JFRD, Jacksonville Fire and Rescue, says that the small moving crew went to shift some of their equipment when that home collapsed. JFRD says that it took 30 men and women to rescue Bailey. A few hours later, he died at the hospital. A neighbor tells us that the moving company has been trying to move the mobile unit for about a month with no luck.
About 3 weeks ago, we were out here working, and we heard a big snap, and all these guys were yelling and cursing, and they left because the frame broke.
Action News Jax reached out to the CEO of New Beginning and Start, and he explains that he wants to speak with Will's family before giving us a comment. Right now, OSHA and JSO are investigating the incident.
St. Augustine police are investigating a shooting that happened just north of downtown. Police say a man was shot near McMillan Street on Ponce de Leon Boulevard. He was then found by officers a half-mile down the street in a parking lot at Hazel's Hot Dogs. Action News Jax obtained this video of the scene at the business. You can see first responders here helping the victim in that ambulance. Right after, you also see police on the scene as they investigate exactly what happened. Police tell us the victim is expected to survive after being shot. Officers responded to McMillan and Ponce de Leon around 8:45 last night. They're speaking with a person of interest, but so far no arrests have been made.
It's the lunch hour, but Putnam County Sheriff's deputies say that a loaded gun was found on a student inside one of our local schools. They were called to C.H. Price Middle School Tuesday afternoon. Acting on a tip, a resource officer found the student in less than a minute's time and found the gun in the student's waistband, we're told. The student was taken into custody. Deputies believe that that gun was stolen. Action News Jax told you last month when an 11-year-old girl at the same very school was arrested when deputies say she made a school shooting threat. Surveillance video shows that she wrote the threat on a bathroom wall, and she told officials it was because she was mad at a friend. The girl is facing a second-degree felony charge and was taken to the Department of Juvenile Justice in Daytona Beach. After nearly a month delay, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will soon hold a vote to send the articles of impeachment to the Senate. That will set the stage for trial to begin for President Donald Trump. Jacqueline Fell with our Washington, D.C. bureau shows us what's next.
Impeachment managers serve as prosecutors in a Senate impeachment trial. They give opening statements, present evidence, and question witnesses if there are any. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi named 7 Democrats to serve as impeachment managers. Jerry Nadler and Adam Schiff were expected, as they are the chairmen of the House Judiciary and Intel Committees, respectively. They are the panels that spearheaded the impeachment inquiry in the House. The other managers are from a diverse selection of lawmakers, particularly those with courtroom experience.
Well, the evidence is overwhelming that Donald Trump corruptly abused his power by pressuring a foreign government to target an American citizen for political and personal gain.
This group is small compared to the 13 managers sent by House Republicans to argue the case against President Clinton in 1999. During the news conference, President Trump tweeted that impeachment is, quote, another con job by the do-nothing Democrats. All of this work was supposed to be done by the House, not the Senate. Later this evening, the House Speaker will hold a ceremony before the articles of impeachment are physically walked over to the Senate. In Washington, Jacqueline Fell, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
New this noon, Russia's prime minister and its entire government resigned today as a part of sweeping constitutional changes that could reshape the country's political system. It's a part of President Vladimir Putin's plan to give more power to parliament, like the selection of future prime ministers.
As just in, President Trump is signing a preliminary trade deal with China today, which could put an end to tariffs that cost American consumers money. It's going on right now at the White House. The Wall Street Journal is reporting the deal will include roughly $200 billion in Chinese purchases of U.S. goods. It would also suspend planned tariff increases in both countries. The two countries have been slapping those import taxes on goods for 2 years now, which has resulted in higher prices for consumers.
Jacksonville City Council president is preparing to launch a council-led investigation into Jacksonville Electric Authority. Scott Wilson revealed that he's awaiting direction from the Office of General Counsel before moving forward with that investigation. He says the biggest question he has right now is where the $10 million in taxpayer money went during the invitation to negotiate process. Wilson tells Action News Jax witnesses would be under oath.
We certainly don't have any ability to charge anybody with any crimes or anything of that nature, but we can do some fact-finding and kind of figure out how we got to where we're at today.
And this is one day after Action News Jax told you the state attorney's office asked federal authorities to take over the investigation into JEA.
From the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Corey Sima. Winter is coming back. Some relief from the warm temperatures in the First Alert 7-day forecast.
Sexually transmitted diseases in the Sunshine State, where Jacksonville and other Florida cities ranked in the top 100 in the nation.
Plus, failure on purpose, why SpaceX will intentionally try to mess up a rocket launch this Saturday.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Arlington, and that's where we told you about 10 minutes ago, JSO officers swarming the strip mall off of Merrill Road. We're giving you a live look here. We have reporter Elizabeth Pace there at the scene, and she's been talking with investigators. She says that she can see a body covered by a sheet here, as well as a bullet hole in a shop window. So far, JSO, though, has not confirmed if it's in fact a deadly shooting. However, they are warning people on Twitter about the search for an armed felony suspect. They're telling neighbors in the Arlington area to stay indoors. And again, this is off Merrill Road at a strip center. If you have to be in that area, well, you'll want to avoid it. GSO detectives are working to solve the murder of a local father and business owner.
Almost 21 years later, his killers are still on the run. As Action News Jack's Lorena Inclan shows us, police are not only looking for a man, but also his female accomplice.
Saad Kawaf was the owner of this convenience store just off of Beach Boulevard. It still has the same name today, Forest Discount Store. But his American dream violently ended. Police believe it was his successful business that may have made him a target. This was 41-year-old Saad Kawaf. It's one of the few pictures that exist of him. He was a father, a husband, and the owner of Forest Discount Food Store in the Windy Hill area. But on May 17, 1999, his life was taken in his own house. Kawaf's wife was also home at the time. Detective Margaret Radigan has taken over the case.
Mrs. Kawaf heard a scream coming from the garage. She went out to the garage to see what was going on.
She saw her husband struggling with a man, but that man was not alone.
She then noticed a female also standing in the garage, and when they caught eye, that's when the female attacked her.
Kawaf was stabbed multiple times. The suspects then forced Kawaf's wife inside where they stole an undisclosed amount of money. JSO tells me it has submitted DNA and other evidence in the case, but so far, no suspects have been identified.
They're out there, they're just flying under the radar.
This is a composite of the female suspect. She's described as a white woman wearing a skirt, skinny, blonde, about 5'2" or 5'3", and was between 35 to 40 years old at the time. There's no composite for the man, but he's described as a white man between 5'9" and 6 feet tall, medium to large build, late 30s to early 40s, reddish to blonde hair that was thinning, and a mustache. Lorena Inclan, CBS47, Action News Jax.
A new study put Jacksonville, Gainesville, and Orlando in the top 100 U.S. cities for sexually transmitted diseases. The site innerbody.com used data from the Centers for Disease Control based on disease reporting. And Jacksonville comes in at number 45 on the list, Orlando 64th, Gainesville 51st. At 14th, we have Tallahassee, the highest ranked Florida city on that list. Baltimore, by the way, was number 1.
Listen to this. SpaceX will intentionally cause a problem during a rocket launch this Saturday. It's a test of the Crew Dragon's ability to abort a launch to protect human passengers that will one day be on board. The launch could happen as early as 8 a.m. and send the rocket from Kennedy Space Center over the Atlantic. That rocket will likely be destroyed during the test.
Now, certified Jacksonville's most accurate forecast. Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
Just a little bit of cloud cover here over northeast Florida and southeast Georgia. A live look here on the Action News Jax First Alert Skycam network over Jacksonville Beach. There's the pier undergoing work. Some foot traffic there along the beach right now. It is 76 degrees and that wind, it is calm. Boy, it is a nice day out there today. In your boating forecast, southwest winds, not much to them. Those are going to turn to the southeast through this afternoon and evening with seas 3 to 5 feet. We just passed high tide at 12:08 and low tide is this evening at 6:10 p.m. Another near record afternoon today with temperatures in the low 80s. We're 79 now at JIA and the record high today is 83. I think we stayed just below that, but it is certainly in the room of possibility today that we hit 83. Brunswick 75, 77 for Nandina and St. Augustine. Plenty of sunshine for everybody, including well inland. Blackshear 76, Nahunta 76 along with Lake City later today. There's no rain on First Alert Doppler HD. Another mainly dry one out there before some changes start to move in. So hour by hour, just a few clouds here and there through this afternoon and evening. And that's the white and the gray that you see here that extends back along the Florida-Georgia line, well inland in northeast Florida. You can see not much in terms of rain all the way through Thursday morning. This is 8 a.m., but those clouds do thicken up out there. So it will be a partly to mostly cloudy start on Thursday, and the clouds stay with us all day long. You see a little bit of green trying to move on the map here. This is 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon with just a few isolated to widely scattered showers. Then our cold front moves in tomorrow evening and night, and that is going to increase that threat for rain mainly along the I-10 corridor and points to the south. Thursday, generally after the evening commute. The cold front moves through. We clear things out for early Friday morning, but you can see these streamlines here. This is the wind. The wind is going to pick up on Friday, though we will have sunshine. Temperatures are going to go down, and maybe you've been waiting for that. Down into the middle 60s Friday afternoon, and then we kind of rebound a little bit on Saturday up into the middle to upper 70s, and then 72 on Sunday. We go back down into the 60s and then 50s by next Tuesday. The average high is in the middle 60s, and for the first time in a long time, we are going to be at and below average with just a few afternoon showers on Thursday. Temperatures, there's that little bit of a dip through Friday, a little bit breezy throughout the day Friday. And then your weekend, it's always in view. We're back close to 80 on Saturday, and then the temperatures go down. 72 Sunday, scattered showers, 62 on Monday. And look at the morning lows. We are going to drop down into the 40s and some spots near freezing by the middle part of next week. Don't forget, you can download the Action News Jax First Alert Weather app. Take the most accurate forecast everywhere. And join meteorologist Mike Burrish. It's the Chief today at 5 on CBS 47, Fox 30.
Coming up new at noon, almost 1 million Toyotas and Lexuses recall. The safety alert for vehicle owners and how they can see if theirs is among the 20 models that need work.
Plus, eat more chicken. Free Chick-fil-A, the one thing customers need to do to get in on this deal and when your time runs out.
Recalls have been issued for nearly 700,000 Toyota and Lexus vehicles. There are about 20 types of models from years 2018 and 2019 that are part of that recall. Toyota says the fuel pumps on the vehicles may stop working, resulting in stalls. You don't want that. Vehicle owners will be notified by mail by March. Also, a full list of the vehicles recalled can be found on actionnewsjax.com under the Action button.
Oh, we have New Berlin Elementary School here. We were just talking about lunch, and Chick-fil-A is giving away free chicken nuggets this month. Whether you're in school or out, all you have to do is download the app. Customers can get that 8-piece nugget, all golden and fried, if you also create an account on the app. Now, if you already have the app, you can also get the deal. It runs through the end of the month. We'll be right back. On CBS47 and Fox 30 Action News Jax tonight at 5, cancer concerns from some heartburn drugs, what you need to know, and the action you need to take right now for your health and safety.
And it'll be partly sunny, nice and warm the rest of today. A bit cooler on Thursday, but we notice the cooler weather starting on Friday. And then we're back into the 70s like nothing happened Saturday and Sunday. And then the cooler weather to start next week.
Like up and down.
It's almost here.
Roller coaster.
Yes, it is.
That's what it is.
All right. Have a good day, everyone.
Y&R is on next.